For today's cup of coffee,
We've
had weirdness.
major weirdness.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to
And
tell
so
them?
what we're going to do is actually show you a couple of things, a couple of videos. And so there's going to be a little bit of editing. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
I got new toys.
Do you want to tell them what it is first?
No, I'm just going to spring it on them.
Okay.
Y'all see that? That looks like a damn
And you're going to hear me clicking
seam.
because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I mean, you can edit that out.
But they've heard people click before. This actually is something as we were traveling this morning, and this is one of the bad things about video sometimes, is that you can't, it doesn't show you all of what your eyes see. There is a difference.
Yeah.
And when Kid was, this was apparently a chemtrail. But when we first looked at it, it honest to God just looked like there was a seam in the sky.
It really did. It looked like a full-on seam. It looked... Yeah.
And it was just weird.
Y'all see that?
And yes, we know we need to clean the car windshield horribly.
Yeah.
A damn seam.
There's a story behind that.
Bless. God
Excuse
love
me.
him. He's, and I'm going to try to put this other weirdness that started out our day. This was actually on our way home. The chemtrail thing was when we were on our way home.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to wonder, there was no point in that because there was already heavy cloud cover.
Yeah. There was.
So what kind of fuckery is this?
Them trying to block out the super blue moon. People trying to see it.
Well, and that possibly could be.
Because they're going to do that with the hunter's moon as well. You know what the hunter's moon is?
Now, what is the hunter's moon?
It gives you energy. Gives you positive vibes. It's the harvest moon.
Oh, okay. Okay, well that would make perfect sense. And if I have the correct video pulled up now, hopefully, maybe. This started out our day. And this is from what we have been told, this was DEA.
DEA my ass.
But it was really spooky.
It was following us.
There for a while, it honestly appeared to be. I think that we were just...
It legit seemed like it was following us.
It did. And I mean, we're talking for several miles.
Yeah.
Which was scary. And I'm like, we shouldn't have to have this kind of fear.
No. No, we shouldn't.
And more than likely,
flying low.
Honestly, if somebody knows what this type of helicopter, and let's see if I can actually pause it.
I mean, I'd get it if it was like some big city like New
There we go.
York or wherever else the fuck. But this is the small town.
Yeah. But some of you folks that are former military, if you can identify that would be great. And just put that in the comment section.
Yeah, please do.
And like I said, this was something that a lot of other people, there were a bunch of people out videoing this.
Legit. There were people out, and they're never doing this. They were out of their homes filming it, like on the side of the road.
It's loud. It was so loud.
It was so loud and it was so low. It's like literally, it was so low. And that's the weird part, because usually just the ones searching for marijuana or something like that, they don't fly that low.
No, they don't. No, we're used to those, helicopters and stuff yearly.
Yeah.
Looking for the big patches and stuff. And in Virginia now, it is legal that you can own 4 plants.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's 4 plants at a time. I don't know how that goes. If you harvest those 4 plants, if you can go ahead and plant 4 more plants. I mean, I don't know how that works. I don't know how it works because I'm allergic.
But
But this was different.
Yeah, that's surveillance, or they're trying to find somebody or something like that.
It was just spooky. So we don't know for a fact that it was DEA looking for patches or what.
I don't think it was.
There's a reason that Copperhead Road, I claimed that as the theme song of our people.
Yeah.
If you listen to the words of that song, that very much is the history of this area as far as the Appalachian Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about a place in Mountain City, which is about an hour from us. And I'll tell you something, and people in certain areas have reputations. People away from here don't understand. We're good people, but on certain things you don't mess with us.
No, you don't.
And it was as far as how moonshining came to be, and that it was the government that stepped in on all that. So in these mountains, it's been government overreach for generations. There's a reason.
The entire world.
There's a reason we don't trust as far as government. Oh no, no, not at all.
Don't trust them at all.
No,
not as far as we can throw them.
They have screwed people of this area over for a very long time.
Maybe they're searching for someone. Maybe it's because, who knows? Maybe I tipped them off because I posted a thing, be like, COVID 2.0 is here. Fight.
The thing is, that's already, even when they yeeted our video, which was pointless, because everything that we said in the video was already in the headlines by the time the damn thing aired.
What if it was the shit that we posted for real? What if it was because of your video and my little story?
They don't. No, they've got bigger fish to fry than us.
No, if they're telling people that the government's like fucking with us and bad, yeah, they're still freaking out. They're firing on all four cylinders right now.
Well, anyhow, the main story today is this. And this is from Daily Mail by Ruth Bashinsky, and came out August the 29th of 2023. And the United States will be conducted a nationwide test of the emergency alert system and wireless emergency alerts across all wireless and electronic devices in the fall. Now, when I was in radio, and any of the media, they are required by law to have the emergency broadcast system as far as the tones, the alerts. That ever so often, I can't remember if it was once a month or whatever it was, that never bothered me. Whatever this is different.
Yeah.
And it says that the purpose of the test is to warn the public about emergencies, particularly of those on a national scale, and to ensure that the systems are in place and continue to be effective. Mm-hmm. And the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, those are the ones that do not like the pirate radios.
Yeah, they don't like...
Because they want to own the air.
They want to own the air. They want to own the media.
Yeah. So people's like, they're not owning air. The hell you say? They have owned the air for a long time.
If you think they're not owning the air, they're not trying to gain control of literal radio waves. Where's your head at? Have you checked up your ass?
And FEMA.
I thought you would find that funny.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Will carry out the test that will happen in two parts from the wireless emergency alerts, the WEA, and from the emergency alert system, which is the EAS. That's the beep that all of us know.
How do we know that's
you can
not
dance
some
to
sort
it.
of...
Somebody needs to make a meme where they can dance to that. Hey, if they did that with that cat, what was it, the Lugga Lugga cat?
Yeah,
then they can certainly do a dance beat
sure somebody
with
already
the
has.
emergency alert system. They probably have. I need to look for that. It says the emergency alerts are set to take place on Wednesday, October the 4th, around 2:20 p.m., and that is Eastern Time, with a backup test date October 11th. Now, y'all thought I was making this shit up about the 11s and the 22s. There you go.
Shit.
And it says FEMA said the alerts will be accompanied by a unique tone and vibration. And the wireless emergency alert test will target all consumer cell phones and will display in either English or in Spanish, depending on individual language settings. All wireless phones should receive the message only once. Cell towers will broadcast the test for approximately 30 minutes.
So that means
Okay, that's
turning off
weird.
my phone.
That's weird. Why would the cell towers broadcast it for 30 minutes?
It's enough to drive people crazy. That's what it is. So that means...
Well, if they're only supposed to receive the message once, what the hell are they broadcasting then?
something else.
Yeah. And during this time, WEA-compatible wireless phones that are switched on within a range of an active cell tower and whose wireless provider participates in WEA should be capable of receiving the test message, FEMA said in a press release. Consumers should expect that the message that should appear on their phones that will say what we've got in the background. This is a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. No action is needed. And phones that have their main menu set to Spanish will display the message in Spanish, which makes perfect sense because why would they not?
Right.
WEA alerts are created and sent by authorized federal, state, local, tribal, and territorial government agencies through IPAWS, IPAWS, to participating wireless providers, which include the alerts to be compatible handsets in geo-targeted areas. So I think that what they mean on that, if there is an earthquake or something, that folks in that area can receive these alerts.
Okay.
Now, folks, they're y'all down in West Tennessee and stuff like that near New Madrid fault line, and I've been leery of that thing for many years.
Are they can they broadcast that over walkie-talkies?
No, I don't think walkie-talkies will do that. And to help ensure...
They can definitely do that with, ham radios and such like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, ham radios. I don't know because I never got my ham license. I should have, but I didn't. I would say that probably to be in compliance with the FCC guidelines, they do have to have some kind of an emergency system. Mm-hmm. And folks, if you're not a ham radio operator, now might be a good time to get into that because that's one of your backup systems. When all else fails, you're going to have some of these people that have CBs and that are ham radio operators and stuff that will be able to let other people know what the hell's going on.
Right.
You know, I'm a fan of it. Mm-hmm. I really am. And as far as the government has been taking away bans from people, now there's a reason I understand with the FCC and that you can't, different frequencies are licensed for different things. I get that. Like if you've got emergency responders and different things like that, the people used to have the police scanners around here, and that was, I don't know why, but people would have that going. Because they're nosy.
It's a thing. Yeah, they are nosy.
And I think that they have gotten to where they're on a frequency now to where those scanners can't pick it up but somebody will always hack whatever it is. There's private information being relayed.
Yes.
You know, when I was an EMT and stuff, that, you had to, you would go ahead and give vitals and different things and an update to the hospital before you arrived with the patient so that they didn't have to go through all that. All right, that's nobody else's business. That's a HIPAA thing.
Yes. That is...
So, yeah, so I'm not a fan of people sitting and eavesdropping on other people's, misfortune in the moment. Yeah. So, but that's just me. There's some people that watch, what is it, Maury Povich. Didn't he die? Did he die?
I don't
know. Or is he still around?
You're saying that because I watch Maury.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's what it is. I just watch it because I know it's all fake.
Well, and anyhow.
It's all fake on Maury.
we are, let's see what I got here. I've lost my place because I got targeted. It said to help
got
ensure
targeted.
I got targeted probably. I was concerned I was targeted there this morning with the helicopter. It says to help ensure that these alerts are accessible to the entire public, including people with disabilities. The alerts are accompanied by a unique tone and vibration. And the wireless emergency alert test will be initiated using FEMA's integrated public alert warning system, the iPods.
FEMA.
Yeah.
FEMA.
Yeah.
Fucking FEMA. What? The FEMA plants? What are they called?
And
Walmart. That's what Walmart is.
Walmart's. I heard this is in the realm of
FEMA
conspiracy theory. Let me put that there. It was CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, some of these big box stores, Hey, anyhow.
Maybe that's a good thing they shut that down. And
It could be. And this is a centralized internet-based system administered by the FEMA that enables authorities to send authenticated emergency messages to the public through multiple communications networks. FEMA officials said the WEA test will be administered via a code sent to cell phones. And it says this year, and it's 2023, the emergency alert system message will be disseminated as a common alerting protocol, a CAP message via the integrated public alert and warning system open platform for emergency networks. That's the iPods open, according to the release. And you know that anything that is government related has got the most ridiculous title to it.
yeah. They
Now
literally
somebody's
ripped off
probably
iPod.
getting paid six figures a year to sit and make up this bullshit.
You can't pay someone to have creativity.
And it says the emergency alert system portion of the test will be sent to radios and TVs. According to the authorities, this will be the 7th nationwide EAS test. This test is scheduled to last approximately 1 minute and will be conducted with the participation of radio and television broadcasters, cable systems, satellite radio and television providers, and wireline, I don't know what that means, video providers. What is wireline?
What?
Wireline video providers.
I don't know.
I don't know what that is either. I'll have to look that up, according to FEMA. And the text message will be similar to the regular monthly, there we go, emergency alert system test messages with which the public is familiar. It will state, quote, this is a nationwide test of the emergency alert system issued by the Federal Emergency Management Agency covering the United States from 1420 to 1450 hours ET. This is only a test. No action is required by the public, end quote. I liked running the EAS because I was just weird.
Mind control. That's what it's going to be.
We don't know.
It's going to be mind control.
We don't know. And it says earlier this month, that is in August, Maui was hit. Now, this is what I'm just reading from the article. So take it for what it's worth, folks. Maui was hit with a devastating wildfire, and survivors have said the island's emergency warning system failed to alert them about the deadly infernos that have killed at least 55 people. Again, this was written a few days ago. And as of today, according to USA Today, there were 115 deaths and over 100 still missing. I will provide a link for that as well as the article that I'm reading from.
And that could have been preventable if y'all just let them leave.
And a growing number of residents claimed they were either not sent alerts to their phones or only received warnings after they had already fled their homes as the smoke and flames approached. And hazard sirens in Lahaina, the historic town, totally destroyed by the wildfires, and other parts of Maui also didn't sound. The blaze repeatedly engulfed properties, some locals said. And the Maui Mayor Richard Bison said after the August the 8th, 2023 disaster that he, quote, can't comment on whether or not the sirens sounded or not, end quote, but said the fires were an impossible situation and spread so fast, dailymail.com reported. Now, I think it's interesting that they reported that in that way. And maybe it was because that it was written on that was written yesterday. So that's bullshit is what that is, because the dude that was over the sirens said he purposefully did not sound them. So what we're seeing is still propaganda and spin from the media, even though the individual that was over that system admitted he did not sound the alarms. So this is some high strangeness, and I'm calling fuckery before the event.
I call this genocide.
Well, I don't know. I mean, and it's one of those, I would rather not have the channel yeeted. If we do get yeeted again for speaking truth, BitChute, Odyssey, and Rumble.
Oh, I hope you don't get yeeted. I hope you don't get yeeted.
Well, that's the reason people are having to speak in code again. And
why don't people
learn to code?
Take the code from the Bible, like the Torah code, and speak through that. For real.
Well, that would be, that's... We watched a fascinating, and we need to do a video on that. It was a Greg Braden video that we had watched last night. That kid it was new information about the Torah code.
What language is that,
it's
technically?
Hebrew.
Is it Hebrew or is it...
numerical. When it's gematria, it's numbers.
But does God consider that Hebrew, or is that his own language? Because he said no one knows where it came from.
Let's stay focused on this one, finish this one, and then we can do that one for the next one. Okay.
I had a dream about the universe breaking up, and we just saw a seam in the sky. What?
Well, I don't know. And it's just a matter of staying prayed up. And we were forewarned this stuff was going to come. We don't know if this is a something, if this is a nothing that I'm calling fuckery and high strangeness.
The cosmos may open up.
That's true. That's been prophesied. That was prophesied thousands of years ago. Yeah.
It's going to be like except Chicken Little was right in the actual, the movie, the 3D movie.
No, the sky don't fall. It just opens up. It does open up, according to prophecy.
It didn't
fall. We can do that one day.
Fall,
we need to get some of these.
But what I mean is it's going to break open.
Well, we don't know exactly how prophecy is going to play out. I'm trying to refocus him. I'm really, really trying to rein him in on this one. I think it was the helicopter. It truly did. It freaked both of us out.
It did. Because it's we've never seen one in the whole time that we've been here. We've never seen one in this area that close to home, right, and that low.
But if somebody can let us know what type of helicopter that is, was. I'm clicking on things, so if I screw something up, you'll know that I had clicked on it.
It will be all right.
Let's see if I can go back to my media source, one of them.
Remember, Yahweh is the only way.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeshua is the only way.
There's the helicopter.
The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
And I fucked it up again. I really, really did that. So
I felt the need to say that.
That's, honey, you if you feel the need, you go right ahead, sweetheart. I can't interact with that. I'm just over here punching buttons. That means that you need to go ahead and give us final thoughts on that.
It's insane. That's what it is. It's not only insane, it's scary.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
It is really scary.
So, like I said, if somebody recognizes this type of copter,
it's terrifying.
Let us know.
It's terrifying to think if that is what it is, and it could have just been casting a shadow onto the other cloud, but I don't see how that is possible.
It was weird as far as the chemtrail thing. Oh, I've got the helicopter pulled up here.
It looked like a scar almost.
Well, like I said,
it was literally like a seam line.
This was not, and people have done this for years. They've tried this bullshit. They have tried to gaslight those of us that knew the difference as far as looking at the chemtrails and a contrail. Well, now, I've got enough damn sense to know the difference between water vapor and whatever the shit that other stuff is that Dane Wigington has been talking about for years. And ice crystals don't stay and hang in the sky for hours.
What doesn't hang? No, they don't.
And to where it would they would crisscross. And as far as it spreading out and out and out. And this propaganda, and like I said, it's just flat out gaslighting. Don't believe your lying eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the planes would fly in the morning, and by that evening, you couldn't even see the sky. Yeah. And that they want to shut people up from talking about anything.
They do. They really do.
That's why we're also on BitChute, Odyssey, and Rumble. Mm-hmm. And there's some good communities over there. So if we get the yeets from the tubes of the Ubes.
There's variety of other platforms that we're on.
Absolutely.
So if you don't like one, you can hop on another.
So is that your final thoughts on that, kid?
Yeah.
Okay. If you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, high strangeness. Seriously, for those of you who are former military, if you can identify this type of helicopter, please let us know. If you don't want to put it in the comments, then go ahead and send me an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com, and the link to the article about the emergency alert coming up, and the as far as the Maui fire things, both of those links will be in the description box. Mm-hmm. Because I cite my damn sources.
Yes.
I had cited my damn sources the other time that the video got yeeted. Oh, well.
And they wanted to say, misinformation. Bullshit. Here's the sources.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. They do what they do, and God will do what he will do.
Mm-hmm. They will. Mm-hmm. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all, and have a good.
Know that you're loved.
Yes.
And let us pray one for another, because that's what's going to get us all through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's one of those, it's like, we have viewers of a variety of faiths and stuff, that we're sharing what our belief is. We're not trying to force it on anybody. And it's like some of the folks in the area that are Muslim and just kind people, and that they get it. And it's a matter of love recognizes love.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going to get us through. And Kid's right. According to our belief system, Kid is very much right. So, yeah.
Yep.
We've got appointed times coming up in September, and the devil always throws out... he pulls out the stops anytime near God's appointed times. We got Rosh Hashanah coming up on September the 15th. That's the Feast of Trumpets. That's interesting.
Imagine if we actually hear trumpets on that day.
Well,
I hope we do.
Someday we will. But you are very loved, and Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cut. Bye.
Bye.